Good day. So it is the 11th of July, and I know I ain't put a video out for ages. To be fair, I just couldn't be asked. Not really much to really talk about. There's plenty of channels out there. Give you the week of the life of the courier driver. Well, yeah. So today, let's talk about truth about being a self-employed courier driver, your earnings, the bullshit what runs round, and so on. Bloody hell, bumpy road this one. So yeah, right, if you're running off an app, if you're looking at starting and you ain't got your own customers or whatever like that, and you're thinking of just running off apps, don't bother. Really don't bother, because you ain't going to make your money. Time you pay out for a van, all your insurances and all that, yeah. At the size moment, the work out there is crap on these apps. No matter what app you go on, even the big one. The work on the big app is absolutely dead. Yeah, there's no way you're running it off just tonight. Not anymore. The work ain't there anymore. And the what is there, people are bidding really low because the work ain't there. So there's couriers out there what actually need to pay the bills each week, each month. Can't afford to because the work ain't out there on the apps. So they're just bidding cheap to get the jobs, to get the money in. And plus you got all the immigrants all set into it now with vans and that. They're going stupid prices. I've seen quite a few of them. Yeah. One person will have the app and about 5-10 drivers, but probably ain't even got insurance or the driving license, doing the jobs. Yeah, I've seen quite a few now, and the vans are in the right state and they're wearing sandals and yeah. But yeah, the work ain't there. Not only just running on the apps. And if someone says to you, oh, you can earn thousands of pounds on it now, just the app, the bullshit. Absolute bullshit. No matter what size van you have, they're pure bullshit. It's not happening, not anymore. When I first started, if you worked the hours, if you worked them and you tramped out and that, yeah, you can make some good money. But the thing is now, is if you're just running on the apps, no. Yeah, you can tramp out, but you're not guaranteed to get a job the next day. And if you are, you're bidding really low. So yeah, there ain't no point in just running off the apps anymore. You really have got to have your own customers and that. You got to know people, know shippers. You gotta have that connection with shippers as well. With me, I probably, well, this week I've worked off the app 5 times this week, and to be fair, it was just to get BO for where I've dropped off from my own customer or shipper I work for. So yeah, that's all it is. Then I just paid a backload rate just to pay for my fuel for the day. So yeah, working off the app, no point anymore. There's no point in wasting all that money, and yeah, you're struggling. So me, I have a few of my own customers. Even they've gone quiet as well. I work for a couple of shippers as well. So that's where my work comes from now. My majority of my work comes from. So yeah, still making my target near enough every day. Some days I don't, all depends. Some days I'll have one of my customers' jobs and it will take me down south. I can't get over back. So yeah, can't get over back on the outlet, so I end up driving back the mileage. Because the following morning I've got another job from one of my customers or a shipper on that. So I have to be back. So yeah, tight today. So yeah, if you're freaking about it, getting into the courier life and that, make sure you have your own, make sure you know a couple of shippers, what's going to get you work with your own customers. And to be fair, going out and getting your own customers now is hard as well. Because there's that many people doing it, they're lowballing it anyway to get the customer. So they're at bottom prices now. So, say if you're going to charge your customer $150 a mile, someone's already doing it for $150 a mile. So why would they change and risk going over to someone new when they've already got their own shipper, own courier? What does it at that price? And if you want to go lower in your prices, say if you want to do £1 a mile for your own customer, bit crazy, but £1 a mile. There's already big shippers out there what are doing that. You know what I mean? They'll have their own couriers what are doing that, because their courier drivers are already dead low to stop people to stop these big shippers and stop other couriers going in and taking their customers. And if you go in and say, look, I could do it for £1 a mile, they're going to go to their courier and say, look, we've been offered £1 a mile, why can't you do it for £1 a mile? And if that shipper, that courier driver, don't want to lose their customer, they're going to turn around and say, I'll tell you what, we'll do you £1 a mile. So yeah, it's really hard to get your own work, or your own customers at the minute. I was speaking to a company near me. I know a supervisor there. So I was took to a supervisor there, and he actually asked me how much I charge. Gave him my price. I said, well, how much? Your courier charging? And it was 90p a mile. For any size van, up to long wheelbase. Hit long wheelbase, £1.10 a mile. So anything under a long wheelbase, 90p. Long wheelbase, £1.10. That's mental. Anyway, before that, they was paying like 160 a mile, which was gone in. They gave them that lowball number, yeah. And that's why you're probably seeing on some of these apps and that, the shippers are not paying that much because they've had to lowball their bring their numbers down for their customers, stop them going anywhere else. So when they pass it on to us, they've got to take They've got to lowball it as well. So they're making some. Yeah, so crazy really. So if you are looking at getting into it, I won't bother, to be fair. I don't see. If I was just about looking at getting into it, I won't bother. Not anymore. Not what I know now. Yeah. Me, this is probably going to be my last year of doing this. So up to tax year. After tax year, I'll probably be coming out of it. It's not doing me any good. I put on shitloads of weight, look. I don't have a chin now. I have a lorry tyre. It's not doing me health any good because I'm always just sat down driving and that. And the work ain't just there. Like I said, I've got me a couple of customers and a few shippers to work for. The money, I'm earning the money I need to. But I want to earn more for less, if you know what I mean. So I am putting things in place at the minute, as I will be going self-employed into other stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I'll probably keep this van if it don't get written off by then. I don't even know how many miles I've done since owning this van. Since owning this van, I have done 155,000. So yeah, that's another thing you got to think of. When you're going out to buy a van, you got to get the lowest mileage van you can. Because in a year, you can build 100,000 miles easy if you put the the mileage in. Easy. It's so easy to get that mileage up on your van. Then you got your servicing, all your repairs, your tax, your insurance. See, I'm alright because all my repairs I do myself anyway. So all I pay for is parts. So yeah, if you don't know how to fix your own van, to get your van serviced these days is expensive. So yeah, you gotta have the money to back you up. You really have got to have the money to back you up. If you ain't got the money to back you up, don't bother. There's too many people doing it. That's the problem. Too many people doing it. But it is what it is. And the way the government's trying to push people off the road, it won't be long before it goes dead anyway. But yeah, me personally, I won't bother. And if you listen to any of the other YouTube couriers out there and that, they'll probably tell you the same. And I've heard them say it plenty of times, you need to get your own customers. You really need to get your own customers. And if you don't, you ain't gonna last. But yeah, there's no way you can work just off a nap anymore. Absolute no way at all. Like I say, I can carry on doing this. Probably find a couple of more customers, keep me ticking over. But the thing is, I don't like shipping my work out. I have a mate of mine, if I need time off and I've got work to cover, He'll come and drive my van. He's insured and everything on my van and everything. Then he'll come in and he'll drive my van and go do my work if I need time. I can't ship my work out because at the end of the day, you only need to get one bad driver, and yeah, it fucks it all up for you. Me, at the beginning, I was looking at going big. Yeah, going big, getting a storage unit and all this lot. But yeah, there's that many shippers out there now, and it's not there no more. They're constantly lowballing. Yeah, even these big freight forwarders are struggling as well. They ain't making the money anymore. So yeah, and all the charges you have to pay to go into fucking cities down there. There's just no point. There really is no point. And the potholes, what need tyres in as well. It's absolutely crazy. Well, yeah. If you're looking at doing it, really sit down and think about it. If you already have a job, stick at that job. I won't bother coming over unless you got your own customers. I say you definitely got to have your own customer. That is 100%. You've got to have your own customer. There's no way of coming over and working straight off the app till you find your own customers. You need your customers straight up, or you ain't going to survive. You ain't going to bring your monthly income to pay your bills, and that ain't going to happen. And if you're looking at financing a van, don't bother. That's another outgoing. If you're just starting off, do not finance a van. You need, even if you just go buy, as long as the van looks good and it's reliable, go buy a cheap van. Even if you start off with a small van, yeah, don't go straight out, buy a big Luton on finance without having your own customers a row. I think you can work off the app. It's not going to happen. You ain't going to survive, because you ain't going to be able to afford to pay your van. You got your bills to go out each month, your living, then you got your bills to go out for your business, your fuel. Yeah, it's not going to work. Sorry to put a downer on it all, and that if you're really interested in getting into it, but no, just don't do it. Just don't do it. If you could go out there, talk to companies and that, and say, look, I'm looking at becoming a courier, and would you be interested in giving me work and whatever if I went out and got a van and all this lot? Yeah, and try and get it on paper as well. That's what you need to do. Don't get me wrong, the CX is good to get your name out there to the big shippers and that, you know what I mean? But then you gotta do work to get your feedback up so they can see how good you are. You can't just be starting with 0 point on your feedback, ringing up shippers, say, oh, I've just started, no chance to give me work. Right. Many of them are like, whoa, you just started, you got no feedback, they ain't gonna give you regular work, they'll probably give you the odd job here and there. You know what I mean? Just to see what you like. You make one stupid little fuck up, you're gonna get bad feedback. Soon you get out of bad feedback, say goodbye. So yeah, it is what it is. But there is people out there what I'm saying, they're working for these big apps, and they're making stupid money. They're making serious money. You've got to work. You got to camp out. You got to do this. Back in the day, yeah. Now, the work ain't on there to do it. When I first started, I was tramping out virtually every night. I was up and down the country. I was working more than I was sleeping. You know what I mean? I kept doing like 24 hours. Do 24 hours work, up and down the country, doing that, going home, getting a good 8 hours sleep, going straight back out, doing it again. And to be fair, I was making some good money doing it. But the work was there. That app was constantly ding, 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 ding. No matter where you were around the country, yeah, there was some dead spots, don't get me wrong. You just didn't drive into. But yeah, I could go to London to Manchester 3-4 times a day. Up, down, up, down, up, down. And that's what I was doing. I mean, down into Devon, straight out of Devon, back up to Scotland and Portsmouth to Glasgow, and Glasgow down to London, and yeah. And you could do that daily, boom, boom. North to south, east to west, constant. It was constantly on the road. Now, you are lucky. Well, I live Doncaster area. I'm lucky to get a job away down south. They're good money. In fact, I drive a medium wheelbase. So a medium wheelbase, you know, I charge £1 a mile, no matter what it is, £1 a mile. Small van, motorcycle, short wheelbase, medium wheelbase, £1 a mile. That's my going rate, no matter what. £1 a mile on the CX. Don't work for out less. So, I'll bid £1 a mile to get from there down south. I'm not gonna hit anymore. And I've got good feedback. I think I got about 350 on the feedback, probably more. I'm sure I've not looked in ages. So yeah, I've not got one bad, negative, nothing. I've got 100% good feedback. It's very hard to get £1 a mile to take me down south or right up north. Nah. And when you're down there to come back, you've got no chance, because they know you want to go home, you want to head back up, and somebody be there bidding, give 30p a mile just to get them home. You know what I mean? So yeah. It was last week, I went down south, I actually got £1 a mile. I sat down there for 5 hours. 5 hours I sat there. And the jobs what did come through, I bidded on. And to be fair, I was bidding normal rate, small van 80p a mile, short wheelbase 90p a mile, medium wheelbase 90p a mile. That's bidding normal. I went £1 a mile. I just wanted to get back up towards north. 5 hours I sat down there, not wanting. Well, after about 3.5 hours, I thought, you know what, I started hitting backload prices just to get me back up towards home, because that following morning I had a job already booked in from my own customer. It wasn't me. It was from a ship I already knew what I worked for. So yeah, I had to be back. I didn't want to drive all the way back. Dead minded. So for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, I was bidding backload prices. So it's normally half the price of what it normally is backload. I was bidding it. Not one hit. I even rang one of the shippers I normally work for, and I says, backload, man, what's happening? Why aren't I getting it? And they just went, Jay, they went in 20 quid cheaper than you. And they've got full good back. They got all full good feedback as well. They went 20 quid cheaper than you. And that was our price at normal. So yeah. So don't think loyalty is there because you work for someone, you're gonna get the jobs, the loyalty. No. The shippers are there to make money as well. I understand this. The shippers are there to make money as well. Loyalty don't come into it. Business is business. And yeah, everybody's got to earn the money to keep afloat. So to that shipper, there's no hard feelings. Because if someone had come in and it was my work I was shipping out, someone with good feedback, to 20 quid cheaper than a guy what normally works for me, I want to take 20 quid cheaper. Obviously. Because that shipper knew if I put a price in, that's my price. I don't do it no cheaper. And he knows that, I know that. If I put a price in, that's it. That's my price. I don't go any lower, that's it. So yeah. And I do quite a bit of work for that shipper. But we've got the understanding is, if I put my price in, and someone goes lower than me, they give it the lower. Everyone, it's a business. Everybody needs to run their business. So yeah, don't take it to heart if you work for someone alone and they give it to someone else bidding lower, because it's just business. So yeah, I ended up driving all the way back, dead mileage. And the funny thing is, it was that ship I had the job for in the morning as well. Yeah. It is what it is. So, what I'm saying is, don't be coming into this thinking you're gonna be a rich man. You're gonna make a living just living off the apps. See, I've not seen any of the names of the apps because, yeah, I just can't be arsed with the fucking hassle. And I don't want to slate them off because it's a business. At the end of the day, all businesses have got to run and make a turnover. They've got to make a profit, or it's not worth doing. So yeah, there's some shippers who are just greedy bastards. Some companies who are just pure greedy bastards. But you do get them. Well, there is some good, really good companies out there, and all they're trying to do is keep afloat, keep a profit turning, so they can pay their bills. So, main things is, you're gonna come in and do this kind of work. At the moment, don't bother. But if you are, make sure you have the money to buy a van straight. And try and go out and buy the most reliable, low mileage van you can. For that money you got, pay out straight. Even if it's a small van, as long as it looks tidy, that's the main thing. It's got to look tidy, and it's got to look was that? And it's got to be reliable. You're going to need a lump sum for fuel. You're going to need all your insurances in place. So you're going to need your money for your insurances. You're going to need to go out there, get your face out there, and try and get your own customers. And that is a lot harder than you would think. Because there's already couriers out there, there's already shippers out there what are at the low ball. Because they need to keep their businesses running. Then you got to look at a couple of apps. Yeah, there is a couple of apps. You do have to pay for a few of them, and some of them are just totally crazy on how much you have to pay. And to be fair, the work ain't there on the apps anymore. You can get the odd job off it, but there's that many drivers now to there is ship. Well, I don't know about shippers. There's that many drivers to the work what's out there now. There's no point. There really ain't. No point. So yeah, you can look at doing ass removals and waste removal and all that. Then you're going to need a big van to do it. But then you're going to need a license. Yeah, you're going to need a license to do your waste removal. So you got to pay for that as well. So yeah, me personally looking at going to doing some training, do something else, find something else. Because at the size moment, a courier driver ain't the place you want to be. Yeah, you're going to need to put money aside for repairs on your van and that for the unexpected, your punches, because your crap your window screens are going to crack. You got to pay what, 70 quid, 100 quid to your insurance to have that replaced, and that's if it's on your insurance. So yeah, really do have a sit down. It's not easy to get into anymore, but it is easy to get into. Just buy a van, your insurance, and an app. But the work ain't there to do it anymore. You have to bring the money back in. So go out, go to a couple of local companies around you and see if you can get the work before you even put all the funding in. And don't forget, you're going to need straps, you're going to need blankets, you need IVs, you need safety boots, you need a hard hat, you need safety glasses, yeah, you need all your PPE. So anyway, I'll leave it there. If you do go for it, good luck. Hope you make it. And if you don't make it, told you so. It's a bit harsh, isn't it? Ah, fuck it. Yeah, told you so. And yeah, just ask in another year's time, see how the country rolls out. See if the country picks up a bit better. You know what I mean? But just ask around, ask the other YouTube couriers, see what they think. Yeah, there is a few out there. I wouldn't even ask them what time it was, because I won't believe them. But there is a few what will just blatantly just tell you how it is, the truth. And how it is and how to start and all that. But yeah, and there's a few, I won't even ask them what time it is. Because they're just full of crap, absolute full of crap. So yeah, I'll leave it there. Catch you next time, or stay safe.